I'm here with Amanda Powell, who runs the Senior Club, and so it's really nice to see you, Amanda. And your group has had lots of editions of the What's On Guide. What do you actually think about the guide in itself?
I think it's a really good asset for the community, and particularly for older people. It's very good having paper copies, because although some of them do have computers, some of them don't have computer access. So to actually have a paper copy is really what they like. I think it's really nicely laid out. It's very clear to follow, and to connect people with different activities they might enjoy. I think that's so worthwhile, because it really is important for everybody's health, their physical health, their mental, social, emotional health. So I can't thank the people enough. And even touches like the colour that's used in there, and it's so clear, it's just got enough details, not too much, because if you have too much information, no one wants to read it. Good sized print. So yes, I love it.
And Amanda, you run a very successful club that we at W3RT have been very fortunate to attend. And at your club, can you tell us something about what goes on at your club?
Yes, by all means. So each week we have a different speaker. So sometimes that's historical. So last week we had the lovely Tony Eaton presenting on Duke or Traitor, and this on the 14th, St Valentine's Day, we've got a wildlife photographer. And sometimes we have people who run different charities coming and explaining. So we had lovely Lynn Misner, a Small Acts of Kindness charity, coming and talking about her charity. Sometimes we have people coming just sharing their life experiences, particularly in work. Had an excellent talk before COVID about the development in Watford. So all sorts of things. And then there's always an interval, and we have cake and a hot drink.
Which is very important.
So absolutely. So time for the members to chat. And I think one of the lovely things is that some of the members actually live very close but didn't know each other before. But now they realise who they are, and now they keep in contact more because they know each other. Some, of course, did know each other before.
And I love also about what your group does, like many of the groups in the guide that do different things, is it's become a sort of a family kind of group. Yes. You know, you celebrate their birthdays. If somebody's in hospital, there's always someone going to visit, or there's flowers sent. I really like that kind of community spirit. And I think that's exactly what's going on in your club. Now, we've got lots of things in the guide, and we've got different things like fit to do with health, healthy walks, and the clubs. You know, being this time after COVID especially, where a lot of people have lost their confidence and are now starting to come back, how important do you think the guide is for getting people back out from their homes to probably come to groups such as yourselves?
I think it's very important, because as you say, it has been a time when people have lost their confidence. Some of our ladies, they go, it is a mixed group, but it's actually the ladies that I know that go walking. I don't know that they belong to any of the groups, but I have a feeling some of them do. And certainly they have mentioned, oh, well, we've discovered other groups that we could also join if we wanted to. And I think that's really nice. And I think it's lovely that there's such a diversity of things, because, of course, everybody has interests. And when you get to the seniors age, well, you may have diverse interests, some that from a young age that you then, for whatever reason, couldn't pursue. So I think sometimes there's a real beeline when you bring the magazine. There's a beeline for them. And it's just, yes. And even if they don't go, it makes them aware. And sometimes they'll say, oh, my friend would like that. And so they'll pass the information on. And again, that's just wonderful, because it's written, so it's there, it's concrete, they can refer to it, they don't have to remember. And then they do pass the information on.
I mean, I mean, it's been a pleasure to deliver these guys, but you know, like you said about its layout, the font size, and it's something like you say, you can hold in your hands. It's something tangible, and you know, we also must remember there's a lot of people who are not on the internet as well that don't have access.
That's
you
right.
know, I think it's important, but you know, we visit your groups, we're so proud that you're in this book. Because, you know, and hoping that people actually, you know, they do attend through perhaps looking at this and passing it on to friends, handing the guide to someone else. It's so useful. But, you know, Amanda, I'd just like to say thank you very much for all you do in the community. But also thank you for promoting the What's On Guide. So you're actually giving access so that more people in the community can use it. So thank you very much.
You're very welcome,
thank you.
Karen.
Thank
Pleasure.
You.